Right, let's see what Wolfenstein The New Order is about as I present to you this little chat I had with the developers at E3. Andreas, I've just seen the new Wolfenstein The New Order. It's Wolfenstein, but not as we know it, isn't it?
Yeah, we decided to take it in a rather different direction, one that really gels with who we are as a studio. This is a Machine Games vision, so we went back to look at what we felt was a Wolfenstein game, including the original Wolfenstein 3D, which you all love. And we think it is, the David versus Goliath theme, the intense immersive action, and we also looked at, what is the setting of Wolfenstein, and we see it as the general sense of weirdness you get from exaggerating the more bizarre elements of the Nazi party, the larger-than-life leaders, the strange technology, the weird experiments on people and stuff like that. So we continued that, and we decided to take it into the 1960s, into an alternate history setting where the Nazis won World War II and took over the world and created a global Nazi empire.
And they won the war, and they also used some strange tech, which we can see in action in this game.
The strange technology is one of the mysteries of the story, where you get to explore how they got hold of this technology, how they won the war, and you also get to take use of the technology on your own, with the weapons and different vehicles and stuff you get to operate.
Now, the last Wolfenstein game I played was Return to Castle Wolfenstein. That was very much a straight-up first-person shooter. This has more of an action-adventure element to it, doesn't it? You do meet characters, and there are moments in the game, scripted moments, that take you through the story more.
So we call it a story-driven first-person action-adventure, and the adventure part is very important. But looking back, I've always thought that Wolfenstein, even from the original Wolfenstein 3D, has always had an adventure aspect to it, trying to escape the castle, eating dog food to stay alive and all that. So we kind of took that idea and ran with it. And for us it means exploring the many different locations in the world, exploring what it means for the world and the inhabitants and the different countries to be under that, the tyranny of the Nazi empire. But we also have puzzles, and you interact with characters and cooperate with them, and if you want to, you can search for secrets like the original Wolfenstein 3D. So that's an important aspect of the game for us.
It also looks fantastic, and for the first time you've got destructible environments in there as well.
Yeah, we're having a lot of fun with that. We're trying to put out in as much as possible where it makes sense, so that it just feels great when you have a big firefight, and when it ends, the area is pretty much ruined. But it's also really useful in a gameplay perspective, because you can actually attack the covers of enemies, and they can also shoot down your covers. So we want the player to always be on the move. We don't want it to sit behind the cover, even though we have a great cover system for those who want to be able to sneak past, look past the cover and stuff like that. But we want it to be on the move. We want it to be a frantic, super intense, immersive combat.
And it's not just Nazis you're fighting, you've also got like mechs, and you've got some big beasts, and some of the characters behind us with some really cool weaponry. How did you come up with some of the ideas for the weaponry in the game?
So we have a theme of retro sci-fi, the 1960s idea of how future technology would be, that we play a lot with. So a lot of the weapons and a lot of the mechanized enemies of the game come from that idea, and the whole theme of the technology the Nazis got their hand on and how they did that. So we get a lot of weapons and enemies just born out of that idea. There's so much creativity and so much room for us to play with that.
I'm sure you've only seen a fraction of it here. Finally, Andreas, when's it out, and what formats is it on?
So it will be out at holidays, during holidays, on PC, Xbox 360, PS3, PS4, and Xbox One.
Great, so pretty much all formats?
Pretty much.
Yeah, apart from the handheld, it wouldn't be able to run it. Andreas, thank you very much. I look forward to playing it.
Thank you.
Gamesweasel.com